Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm filming in my kitchen again because my office is super dark, but I wanted to come on here and do my TEP Tuesday video, which actually is not going up on Tuesday. I had to wait for permission from the cover designer that I used to go over the process, and it didn't take long to get that, but that just meant that I couldn't put up the video yesterday on Tuesday. And I've been using every second I have to try to find another proofreader, which I found one. Thank goodness. Thank you. All right, so let's jump right in. I've had a lot of people, I'm gonna put it right here, compliment my book cover, and a lot of people ask who I used, and a lot of people ask basically if this was what it started out as. And the answer is no, it didn't start out like this, it started out like this, which is very similar, but very different at the same time. For those of you that don't know, I used Damon Za for my book cover. I have their, I have an affiliate link actually down below, as well as a 5% coupon code that you guys can use on any service. But I used them for the ebook cover, this cover, and then also the paperback cover, which I'm so excited about. It looks so good. But as a self-published author, you have full reign and freedom of what you want your cover to look like, which is a good thing and a bad thing, because you kind of have to figure out what you want and what your book needs to look like, what the cover needs to look like, because a thriller book is not gonna, the cover's not gonna look anything like a fantasy book, and it shouldn't. You want potential readers to be able to look at your book and kind of classify it as what genre it will fall into. So the first thing that I did when I reached out to Damon Za, basically you fill out a form on their website saying what, if you want ebook, paperback, you can add a paperback cover to an ebook at a later time, which is what I did because I did not have my paper book ready to go at that time. You put all of your information into their form online, and then they assign you a designer. I'm not sure how many different designers they have, but I worked with Chrissy and she did an amazing job. I love my book cover. I love my paperback cover even more. I think it looks amazing. I have a video already on how to work with a designer and how to kind of, some tips on getting your book cover designed, but I'm gonna go over a couple things here. I made a, like a Word document, I think it was, of pictures of book covers that I liked. So I took a book cover that I liked, and then next to it I wrote, I like the colors in this one, I like the font in this one, I like the positioning of the, I don't know, necklace or something. Whatever piece that you like about it, make sure you say that you like that, and then also say things that you don't like, is a good tip. So after that, I was contacted by Chrissy, and it's like a quick, I think they promise within 14 days they'll get back to you, or they'll have your first 3 drafts. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I got 3 drafts. So you have your first 3 within the first 14 days. Mine probably took, I don't know, maybe a week. So she gave me 3 different first drafts of what I had asked for, and this one was by far the best. The other 2 were kind of plain, which isn't to say that they were bad, but as you can tell from what my book cover looks like now, there's a lot of elements to it, and I kind of wanted that. I wanted it to be a book cover that you look at and there's like, if you study it, you find more things about it. But there's a lot of young adult fantasy books right now, a lot of young adult books in general, that are pretty plain, so that was kind of a gamble. I'm looking at it right now on my phone. There were some things that I didn't like about this first draft, like the bokeh, I don't know if that's how you say it, bokeh effect? The little starbursts of light, like the little dots of light in this, and then the font wasn't my favorite, and I just like, I didn't like the positioning of my name, but I loved the crystal. If you kind of get closer to the crystal, you can see that there's skulls in it, which I loved. But so I had a few suggestions, and I was really excited to see this one because I loved the contrast of the blue with the red. I thought that looked so amazing. And then I wanted the island, and then there's crashing waves, and it was just like, this cover got me. I'm sorry for my flashing, my lighting is gonna look crazy in this video. But so after I gave her told her some things that I didn't like and some things that I wanted in there. She gave me like 4 more drafts of this same concept, but like with different tweaks in it, which I loved, because especially if you've never designed a book before, you don't really know what to, like, where to go with it. You know, you're kind of going into uncharted territory. So it's awesome that the designer, Chrissy, did such an awesome job and kind of guided me towards what would look good. But I absolutely loved the smoke effect, and there was only like some minor tweaks after this point, like changing the color of the red smoke and making it, I think we moved it behind the crystal, so the crystal sort of popped out more, and then moved my name down. Another thing that I was kind of picky about in this whole process was making sure that my cover was visible in a thumbnail version. So if you made it, not my cover, the title. So if you made the book cover smaller, like as small as it would be on Amazon or any online retailer, you could see the actual title. My name is still visible, like in that thumbnail size, but the important part to me was that the title was visible, because as people are scrolling through, let's say Amazon, you're looking for kind of book covers that catch your eye, and people don't always look at the title below the book cover they see. So if they don't purchase your book right then, if they're scrolling through and they see a flash of it and they're like, oh hey, that's a cool looking book cover, and they can read the Elysian Prophecy on it, even if they don't click on it then, that's another sort of marketing opportunity. There's that rule of 7 that somebody has to see your product 7 times before they want to purchase it. That's another opportunity. If they can't read what it says, you kind of lose a marketing opportunity almost, because it's going to take longer for them to recognize your book just based off of an image. It's not impossible, but to me that was something I was picky about. So that was important to me, and she did a fantastic job with that. Oh, and the chain on the necklace, that was also an element that I wanted to add. This poor woman, I added so much stuff to this book cover. So from there, after moving things around, we tried a different font, we tried a couple other different fonts that I didn't like, and ended up sticking with the original, I guess the second sort of draft that she made, the all caps Elysian Prophecy, and then with the, what do you call that? The sort of embellishment on the font. We added a little sort of mountain slash volcano to the island, and that was basically it. It was a bunch of minor tweaks after that, which I felt bad for, because I was like, oh no, this shading is too dark. I'm like a perfectionist sometimes, but it's usually with creative things. Like if I draw something, it takes me forever, because I'm like, no, this leaf doesn't look right. And then you zoom out, and I've only worked on like a square inch for 3 days. So I do feel bad about that. Maybe I'll show you the back cover. I don't know if I should. I guess, why the hell not? This is what the back cover looks like. So you guys saw the front cover, here's the back cover. Obviously the barcode will be in it. I just didn't include the final one, but I absolutely love this paperback cover. I love it. I wish I could show you in person, but I don't have my proofs yet. Long story. But the like the blurb at the top, or the little opening section, I love how she did that. And I guess I can show you too, since we're talking about the development of it, I can show you the first draft of the paperback that she sent me. This was the actual first draft of the back copy, and there's a huge difference here, but I didn't tell her really what I wanted, because I didn't really know what I wanted until she sort of like laid it out. So then after she sent me this one, I realized I wanted more things. More things, which is not surprising. I'm sure she was ready for that. Dealing with me, right? I wanted the island to extend from the front cover to the back cover. So here's the total, like front with the back, front put together with the back. And I didn't like the dark spine. I didn't like the font used at the top. I didn't like that it didn't seem cohesive. But I loved that there was still the contrast between the blue and the red, and it continued onto the back cover. And I love that the back cover is like calm waters and the front cover is like stormy waters. I just really love my freaking book cover. I love it. And then I wanted the necklace chain to sort of continue on to the back cover and almost like wrap around the text, and she did that amazingly well. So I seriously could not be happier with my book cover, and you guys, I'm gonna freak out when I finally see it in person. It's amazing I haven't seen it in person yet, but you better believe I'm recording that. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it was sort of insightful if you're going through your own book cover process. I hope it was just exciting if you're excited for The Elysian Prophecy. Again, The Elysian Prophecy is available for pre-order right now in the UK and in the United States. I just got the UK paperback up, so if you were waiting to buy it, it is now live, and it comes out on February 20th, which is in less than 2 weeks, and I seriously cannot even believe that. I'm just so excited and scared and nervous, especially because my proofreader bailed on me. Pre-order links are down below, and don't forget to sign up for the pre-order incentive for some cute little bookmarks and some signed swag. So yeah, and then if you want a signed copy of The Elysian Prophecy, that should go live next week. I'm still in the process of revamping my website so I can have that functionality, but hopefully that will be next week. I'm trying to get caught up, and I'm trying to make sure I can still do everything. Oh, if you guys are on Instagram, the Instagram challenge for The Elysian Prophecy just went live, so if you want to participate in that, one lucky winner will win a signed paperback copy of The Elysian Prophecy. So if you want a signed paperback copy, even if you ordered one, maybe you can give that one away, or you can just keep both of them, or I don't know. Just feel free to join if you have an Instagram account. I know it was sort of out of the blue because I didn't get to, I'm off schedule a little bit. I didn't get to do things according to my marketing plan, which was one of my goals, was to accomplish my marketing plan. But I have delineated a little bit from it. Okay, so I found it. Next week is the Dreamcast for The Elysian Prophecy, which I'm so excited about because it's just fun to imagine your book being made into a movie. That would be awesome. And if you haven't checked out the book trailer, What's Wrong With You? Yes, I did it myself. It is not perfect, but I think it's pretty freaking awesome, if I do say so myself, so go check that out. And be on the lookout for the book tag. That might go live this weekend, depending on how our weekend goes, depending if I am off tomorrow. We shall see. I can't believe I'm releasing a book in 2 weeks. It like kind of makes my stomach hurt. Okay, sorry, I'm rambling. Bye guys. Go do the Instagram challenge. Oh, our peach tree has a bunch of blossoms. Yay! Hopefully we get some peaches.